everyone, this is Leslie Ray with a Tuesday tutorial by Digital Delights by Luby Lou. And today I'm going to share with you an inspiration collage framed art piece. Many of you know that I have chosen a word for the year. My word for the year is bloom. And when I saw the flower powered daisy and the spring sentiment set and the spring fling digital paper, I just knew that one of the tutorials I wanted to do for you was this. What you need is to get your digital art. You can do it pre-colored or you can color it yourself. For this project I chose the pre-colored flower powered daisy. I chose the spring sentiment set because it has bloom and grow as one of its sentiments. And then I also did the spring fling digital paper pack. Additionally, you need cardstock to print your stuff on. I used some gray Bic markets for some edging. I'll show you that in a minute. Foam tape for dimension, miracle tape to help hold some rest of it down, and a frame to put it in. Let me get you started. I made 2 sheets in my publisher program. One was I printed my daisy 3 times so that I had plenty of daisies to cut up to make my frame, to make it collagey and make it 3-dimensional. And then I cut a strip of daisy paper because I was going to need that for an element, and then of course my sentiment. And then I had some paper that I created on another page of my publisher so that I had a big enough sheet to cut a background sheet and a small enough sheet to use for framing. Now, I get, whenever I see a bunch of frames like this, 5x7s and 4x6s on sale, I pick up a few, and I have these in my closet for gifts or for doing artwork or whatever, or a picture I really like and I want to put it up. It's just a real simple wood frame. I left the black rim because I like that in my home decor. I could paint it if I wanted to change the color or whatever. I could print off the papers and on paper, you know, instead of on cardstock, and actually collage them onto the frame if I wanted to do that. For this case, I want to keep the black frame. But I do want to take the glass out, and I'm going to carefully remove the glass from this and set it aside. I want to keep my spacer cardboard in here because that'll just help make my project look better. But I want to take this glass out. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. We'll do a project with it another day. And this is ready for me to start layering stuff in it. But first, let me build on my base of my frame, and then we can layer in, and I'll show you how that will look. Like I said, I printed off my sentiment, and I printed off some paper to coordinate with that. I like the red to go with Flower Power Daisy. So I have this piece. I've already pre-edged that for you, and also pre-stacked it. There's foam in between, as you can see, and then I also have foam on the back. This is so it'll be just quicker and easier for us. And then I pre-cut my little 1-inch strip. My frame is 5x7, so this is 5 across by 1 inch. And I've edged it with the marker a little bit, making the marker go over. And this will just help this pop on our frame. And so we'll put this down on our background paper. And I'll explain about Miss Daisy here in a second. And then I have my background page. This is going to serve as the background page for my whole frame. And I want to take my flat daisy here to see where she is, because I want to show you. I'm going to put on my page her, and I want her to position so that her feet are just like right there. Okay, so I like kind of where that is. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down with some miracle tape, and lay this piece down with some foam tape. I like it right there. So this is where this is going to build. Now, I'm going to put this in my frame so you can kind of see it up front. And now you don't need your glass anymore. This is going to go in the bottom like that. Your spacer piece in this. Now this is ready for you to build. You could take it back out if you wanted to. We're not using a lot of liquid stuff, so this will be fine to go ahead and build it with her in there like that. Okay, so next, what I did for Daisy is I cut out a base Daisy, and I used my craft knife and some scissors, got them all cut out. And then I went around and I edged Daisy with some gray, and then I went in and did some places that are going to still be seen, like here by her arms. I went in with my lightest gray Bic Market and did my normal shading that I do with those. The reason I didn't do the whole face is because she's going to be built in layers. And then you need to start thinking about what comes forward. Well, her shoes come forward, so I have cut out little shoe pieces to come forward. Okay, her skirt is above her legs, so I cut out part of the skirt. Okay, not all of it. And then her hands also come up, but they're under her hair. And so I also have another little piece here that will go on here. All right. And then we start with her hair and her hat and stuff. Notice this piece, I have part of her hair popped out, so it's even more dimensional. And see, that will lay right there. And then her hat. So let's start building that together so you can kind of see it more in slow motion. But she's all going to fit right there. So let me get her shoes on, and I've foam backed everything. These pieces I've gone around with the dark gray on the outside and then my sky cloud gray color to kind of give a little dimension visually on the rest of it. Now, if you don't want to deconstruct your own digital image like this, Wendy does have several that are already put together for you. She calls them decoupage in the store, and you could get one of those to make some really cute little art for your wall or for your holidays, because there's some really, really cute ones in there for that. But I also wanted to show you how you could take one that wasn't already a decoupage piece and create your own decoupage with it. I'm going to put that one down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my headpiece on. And when I was creating the headpiece, initially I had thought of having a piece of tape here, but because with the skirt this is already kind of poofed up, I only need tape on one side, not on the other, because this will line up just perfect that way. Just a little. There we go. That lines up much better, I think. And then finally is the last piece of the daisy. Now, for this to fit better, you can kind of see I added a little extra piece just on this one piece that goes down, so that it will make the transition to the 2 layers down to the 1 layer. And it makes it fit just like a key in that little spot too. It's very fun. So I'm getting all the backs off of my green here. This will be perfect for my wall to keep me focused during the year on my word for the year, bloom. See what all kinds of fun stuff it manifests for me. Okay, so here we go. This piece will go right there. There we go. And so the final thing we need to do is to take off the tape on the back and adhere this to our frame. And so I'm just adhering her down with some pieces of miracle tape. I'll make a good bond because she gets a little heavy when she's all layered like this with all this wonderful dimension. Okay, here we go. We'll put her right here. And there you go. I love it. Great little collaged art piece for inspiration for me to refer to in my year of the word of the bloom. I hope you enjoyed it. And the type of foam tape I use is just some real simple foam tape. You can get it, your average office supply store. So it makes a great little dimension popping up. You can see there kind of sideways how she pops up off of that. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Thank you for stopping by. I am going to return next Tuesday and give you another tutorial, and then you will have Christine back. I'll be gone out of town, so Christine is graciously swapping places with me next week so that I can provide you a tutorial for the month of March. So thank you again. I hope this inspires you to create your own piece, and thank you for stopping by Tuesday tutorial. Have a nice day.